Hey guys, and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to continue 2021 1F, paper 1, question 13. Buses leave a bus station to go to the hospital every 60 minutes. Buses leave the same bus station to go to the college every 20 minutes. At 9 a.m., a bus leaves the bus station to go to the hospital, and at the same time, a bus leaves the bus station to go to the college. Work out the next time that a bus leaves the bus station to go to the hospital, and at the same time, a bus leaves the bus station to go to the college. So it means all of the buses start at 9 a.m. We have this time intervals between these two different buses. They need to know which time is going to be the next time they leave together. So the first time that they leave together is 9 a.m. And then the next time we're going to find out now. Okay. So this one leaves every 16 minutes. It means we're going to take the 16. So the first one will leave at 9:16. Let's add it as an hour. Okay. So the first one is 9:16. Sorry. The first will be at 9 and then 9:16 like this. Okay. And then adding 16 minutes to 16 is going to be 9:32. So every 16 minutes, it means I'm going to add 16 minutes every time. Okay. And then after 9:32, it's going to be 9. After 60 minutes, it's going to be 9:48. Good. And then if I add another 16 minutes, let's add 16 minutes to 48. So 48 plus 16. I will get 64. 64 means an hour and 4 minutes. So the time will be 10 and 4 minutes, like this. Yes, 10 and 4 minutes. And then I'm going to add another 16 minutes. So 60 minutes plus 4 is going to be 10, 20, 10, 20. This means I added 16 minutes starting from 9. I added 16 minutes. And after 10, 20, if I add another 16 minutes, it's going to be 10 plus 16 is going to be 36. 36, yes. Now, let's do the other bus or the other buses. These are the buses for the hospital. Now I'm going to do the buses for the college. The buses for the college start at the same time, which is 9, but they will add 20 minutes every time, okay? So the second one will be 9:20, and then after that 9:40. So it means I'm going to add 20 minutes every time, 9:40. And then when I add 20 minutes to 9:40, it's going to be very good, 10, because it's going to be 9:60, and 60 means 1 hour. So 10. And then I'm going to add another 20 minutes, so it's going to be 10:20. And I will notice that that these two times are the same here, 10:20, 10:20. It means the buses will leave again at the same time, which is 10:20. And this is the answer for this question. Because the question they are asking about what is the time that they will leave the station together. Okay, so the answer will be 10:20. Focus on the idea and the steps that we did here. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. That's question 13. Now, question 14. We have the universal set, which is 1, the numbers from 1 till 15. And then we have A, which is a set of even numbers, and B, the set of multiples of 3. Here we have set A and set B, and the universal is outside from 1 to 15. The question is, complete the Venn diagram for the sets universal A and B. So they want us just to fill the gaps of the Venn diagram. Fill the gaps for the Venn diagram here, okay? Now, let me put numbers here. Let me zoom out. We know that we have even numbers here and multiples of 3 here. Now, let's write the sets of the even numbers and then multiples of 3. First, let's put them inside brackets like this. Let's make them the brackets of sets. So even numbers, we have 2, okay? And then we have 4, and then 6, then 8, then 10, then 12, and then 14. These are the even numbers. Now, let's talk about the sets of multiple of 3. Let's put the brackets like this. Let's fix it. Yes, brackets. Okay. Multiples of 3. The first one is 3. And then after 3, we have 6. And then 9. And then 12. And then 15. These are the multiples of 3. And these are the even numbers. Focus on the numbers in common. First, let's take a look at the numbers in common between this and this group. This group and this group. Okay. So the even numbers 2, 4, 6. So we have the 6 here. And then 8, 10, 12, 14. These are the numbers here. Okay. And then multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Now we have a number in common, which is the 6 here. The 6 is an even number. At the same time, it's a multiple of 3. Same idea with the 12. It's an even number and a multiple of 3 at the same time. This means that the numbers in common, we're going to put them in the middle. So this one is 6, this one is 12. So the numbers in common, they're going to be in the middle here, okay? And we will remove them from the 6 because we already took them. Can't write numbers 2 times. So we took the 6 here and the 12 from here. And 6 from here, 12 from here. And because we took them from here, we can remove them from the universal numbers. We can remove them from the universal numbers, 6 and 12. Now, we take a look at set A and the numbers that we left in set A, which is 2, 4, 8, 10, and 14. We put them here, okay? So we have 2, 2, 4, 8, 10, 14. And there are 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, because we wrote them here, we have to remove them from the universal set. So these numbers, 2, 4, 8, 10, and 14, we have to remove them from the universal set, which are 2, 4, 8, 10, and 14. Now we take a look at set B and the numbers that we left in set B, which are 3, 9, and 15. So we have to put them here, 3, 9, and 15. And by that, we finished set B, which is multiples of 3. They have 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we have 7 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we take a look at the numbers that we wrote here, 3, 9, and 15, and we remove them from the universal set. So 3, 9, and 15. Now, what did we leave in the universal set? We left 1. Good. So we write it here on the outside. 1. And then 5. This is very important. 1, 5. We have 7. 7 and 11. And the last one was 13. So we write them in the universal set outside like this. And by that, we wrote all the numbers in Venn diagram. So we have the numbers in set A, which are even numbers, and set B, multiples of 3. And the ones in common are multiples of 3 and even numbers at the same time. And the numbers which are not even numbers or nor multiples of 3 are outside here. And this is how you answer a question like this. Now let's move on to the next question. Question 15. Okay. 150 students were each asked to name their favorite sport from hockey, rugby, and football. The two-way table gives information about the results. These are the people here and the results of the survey. Now, question A, complete the two-way table. So first we have to complete the table, and then we're going to answer question B. Question B will count what percentage of the 150 students are in year 10. Now we will come to this after we finish the table. We're going to use it to answer question B. First, let's complete the table. When we complete the table, we have to focus on the numbers because this plus this equals 39. So when we subtract these, we will get this number. So 39 minus 27. Let's do it with a calculator. 39 minus 27. We will get 12. So this one is 12. Same idea here. When you add this and this, you'll get 58. So subtract these. You'll get the one in the middle. So 58 minus 42. And the answer is 16. Very good. 16. Now we take a look at the other numbers. Here we have no numbers, so we can't use them like this. But we have these numbers. We can use them. So 12 plus 42, and then subtract them from 78, we will get this total. Okay, so we will say we add 70. Let's add them here. So we add 12 and 42. 12 plus 42, we will get 54. Subtract 54 from 78, we will get 24. So this one is 24. Now, we're going to do the same idea here. We have 150, the total, and we have 78. So we subtract them. 150 minus 78. And the answer is 72. 72. Now, we finish them. The same idea here. We're going to add this 27 and 16, subtract it from 72. So 27 plus 16, we get 43. Subtract from 72, we will get 29. So this one is 29. And then we will add these together to get this total. So 24 plus 29, 24 plus 29 will give me 53. 53. Now, I finished all the numbers in the table. Take your time with the numbers. Don't make it in a rush, because if you have a mistake, you will have a mistake in the second question. Now, the second question says, work out the percentage, or work out the percentage of the 150 students. Or work out what percentage of the 150 students are in year 10. So we need what's the percentage of the 110 students? 110 students. Now, the total is 150. So it means I'm going to take the year 10 students, which is 78, divided by 110, 150, I'm sorry. So I'm going to divide the students, which are 78, as we said, because the total of year 10 is 78, divided by the total number of students, which is 150. And then because I need the percentage, it means I'm going to multiply it by 100. I'm going to multiply it by 100. So times 100. As I said, I'm going to take 78, which is the total of year 10 students, divided by 150, which is the total of the whole students, and then multiply it by 100, and I will get the percentage, which is 52%. 52%. And this is how you answer a question like this. Now, let's move on to the next question. Question 16. A plane flew from Madrid to Dubai. The distance that plane flew was 5,658 kilometers. The flight time was 8 hours and 12 minutes. Work out the average speed of the plane. Now, we need to know the rule of speed. Speed equals what? Speed equals distance over time. Distance over time. Let's write it like this. Now, you need to know that the distance here over time, okay, over the time of the flight. Now, the distance will be in kilometers. If you want to know what is the distance needed in the answer, just take a look here next to the answer. You'll see that they want it in kilometers per hours. It means all the distances that you have here should be in kilometers, and all the time should be in hours. Now, the distance is already in kilometers, so I'm going to use it as it is. So here we have 5,658 kilometers. So I'm not going to change it. Just use it as it is. Yes. So take it and put it here as it is. Now, the time, we have a problem here. It means we have to turn the time into hours all of the time. I already have the 8 hours, so I'm going to use the 8 as a whole number. Now, the minutes, which is 12 here, I'm going to turn it into hours. I can do something else in which I say that 8 hours, I want to turn it into minutes. I'm going to multiply it by 60. I'm going to get the minutes. So 8 times 60 is going to be 480 minutes. Now I have it in minutes. I'm going to add the minutes that I have with the 8, which is 12. So I'm going to say 480 plus 12 will give me 492 minutes. Now I know that the whole journey took 492 minutes. 492 minutes. Now I'm going to turn these minutes into hours. 492, I'm going to turn them into hours. It means I'm going to divide them by 60. So 492 divide 60. Divide 60. I'm going to use a calculator. So 492 divide 60. And the answer is 8.2. 8.2. Now I have the time in hours. This one is in hours. Now I can use the time with the distance that I have, and I'm going to find the speed. So I'm going to take this time, use it in the time here, and I'm going to find the speed. So speed equals distance over time. It means it equals to 5,658 divide 8.2. And I will get the answer for the question. So I'm going to use this calculator, divide these. So 5,658 divide 9.8.2. And I'll get the answer, which is 690. So the answer is 690 kilometers per hour. And this is the speed of the plane that we have here. So focus on the question, focus on the formula and the units that we need to work with. I turned the time into all of them into hours. I just turned the 8 hours into minutes and then added the 12 and then returned it into hours and used it in the formula here to find the speed of the plane. Now let's move on to the next question. Question 17. Here are the first four terms of an arithmetic sequence: 85, 79, 73, 76. Find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of the sequence. Now, this is the sequence. I'm going to find the nth term. Now, we have different methods in finding the nth term. Let me show you one of the methods here. Let's write the sequence first, 73, and then 67. Because it's arithmetic now, I'm going to find the first difference between this and this. So the first difference, how did the 85 became 79? So here, 85 subtract 79 equals 6. So I subtracted 6, so minus 6. Now I write minus 6 here. Now I'm going to take the minus 6, put it in the beginning here. So it's going to be minus 6 here. And then how do the minus 6 become 85? That's the idea here. That's the fast idea. So how does the minus 6 become 85? I'll do that by, let me do this, subtracting. So I'm going to say 85 minus 6, and I got 91. So by adding 91 here, so it means minus 6 plus 91 will give me 85. Now I'll put n next to this and use it as the nth term. So it's going to be 91 minus 6n. 91 minus 6n. And this is the nth term of this sequence. Now, this is one of the methods that we use to find the nth term of the sequence. There's another method or another rule. It's the A1 plus dn minus dn plus dn minus d, dn minus d, like this. Okay, so A1 plus Dn minus D. So we have A1 plus Dn minus D. A1 plus Dn minus D. A1 is the first term, which is the 85. So we write it here. You can use any method you want, plus D, which is the difference that we found, which is negative 6. So negative 6n, and then minus D, which is minus 6. Focus on the difference between the signs. Now, these signs, the positive and the negative, are in the formula, and this minus is in the first difference that we found. So we have to use the whole signs. Now, here we have 85, 85. Plus minus means minus, and then 6n, and then minus minus is plus 6. Now, when we do 85 plus 6 is going to be, very good, 91. So 91 minus 6n, and this is the nth term of the sequence. So both of the methods gave me the same answer. This means that I can use any method I want as long as I understand the idea of the method. Now, let's move on to the next question. Here. Question 18. Here we have a shape. This diagram is not accurately drawn. It means don't use rulers to find the length of the lines. The question says the diagram shows the shape ABCDE. The area of the shape is 91.8. Work out the value of x. So the area is 91.8. They want the value of x. Now, basically, if you find the length, this is the area of the whole shape. This is the area of the whole shape. So if you find a way to like put this area here, you'll understand how to find the shape. Now, let me show you the steps here. Now, I can use two methods. I can make a triangle here and say x times 14, this is the area of the shape. And here we have 13 minus x, and this is the height, which is going to be 6. I can use the area of the triangle and the area of the rectangle, or I can make it a trapezium like this. Both ideas are good. I can make a trapezium like this and name this x because it's the same as the one on top. And this one will be 6, which is the height of the trapezium. Now, the area of the rectangle is going to be 8 times x. So the area of this rectangle is 8x. 8x. This is the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle equals 8x. Okay, let's put it here. Now, let's come to the trapezium down here. The area of the trapezium will be a plus b over 2 times h, which is the height. So it's going to be x. Yes, let's put it in brackets. So x plus 13, okay, divided by 2, like this, multiplied by the height. You can do the height here. Yes, multiplied by the height, which is 6. And this is the area of the trapezium. Let's put it like this. Let's take it here. So this is the area of the trapezium here. So a plus b multiplied by the height divide 2. This is the area of trapezium. So a of trapezium. Okay. Okay. Area of trapezium. Okay, so we know what's the area of the rectangle, what's the area of trapezium. Now, when you add this and this together, you'll get the total area here. Now, let's put them as an equation. So we know how did this come. 8 times x is the area of the rectangle. And this is a trapezium, which is x plus 13. Multiplied by the height divide 2. This is the area of trapezium. When you add them together, you'll get the 91.8. Now, let's make them as an equation. First, let's simplify this. This one is going to be simplified. And by simplifying means 6 divided 2 is going to be 3. 6 divided 2 is going to be 3. So the total will be like this. 3 multiplied by x, like this, plus 13. This is the area of the trapezium. And where did the 3 come from? By dividing 6 by 2. Dividing 6 by 2. So we have 3 bracket x plus 13. Now we're going to add these together and make them equal to 91.8. So we're going to say 8x plus. Now let's expand these at the same time. So this one's going to be 3x. Let's call it 3x after expanding. As we said, we're going to expand. And then 3 times 13 is going to be 39 plus 39. Okay. So as I said, I'm simplifying this. 3 times x is going to be 3x. And 3 times 13 is going to be 39. So 3 times 13 is going to be 39. Now, equals what? When you add these together, it's going to be equal to 91.8. Equal 91.8. Now, let's continue the simplifying. 8x plus 3x is going to be 11x. And then we're going to take the 39 to the other side. Is going to be minus 39. So equals 91.8 minus 39. Okay. So 11x equals. So 91.8 minus 39. 91.8 minus 39 is going to be 52.8. 52.8. So 52.8. Now at the end, what do we do? Very good. So what we did, we added these. We got 11x. And 39 we took it to the other side, is going to be minus 39. And then here 11x equals 52 over 8, 0.8. Now we divide both sides by 11 because we want to make x the subject. Very good, x the subject. So this one is going to be 11, and here we're going to be 11. Yes, divide by 11. The first one, 11 divide 11 is 1. So x equals 52.8 divide 11. And the answer is 4.8. 4.8. And because we're using centimeters here, it's going to be 4.8 centimeter. And this is how you answer a question like this. Now, there are different methods. As I said, you can make this a triangle. You can do the same thing by making this a triangle. And the whole thing will be 14x because the rectangle will be 14x, the area of the rectangle. And the triangle will be, this one will be 13 minus x times, and this one will be 6. So 13 minus x, half base times height, 13 minus x times 3, which is half times 6, yes. And then you'll do the same thing. Same idea will get you to the same answer. Focus on the steps. Here we made a rectangle and a trapezium. The area of the rectangle is 8 times x, which is 8x. And the area of the trapezium is a plus b, which is x and 13, multiplied by half, which is divide 2, and multiplied by the height, which is 6. I simplified this. 6 divided 2 is going to be 3, and then expanded it inside, which gave me 3x plus 39. I added both of them together to get 91.8, simplified, and found the value of x. And this is how you answer a question like this. Now let's move on to the next question. Question 19. In question 19 here, on a farm, there are chickens, ducks, and pigs. The ratio of the number of chickens to the number of ducks is 7 to 2. The ratio of number of ducks to the number of pigs is 5 to 9. There are 36 pigs on the farm. Work out the number of chickens on the farm. Now, let me show you the easiest way to do different ratios. Now, different ratios, you can put them next to each other and jump from a ratio to another. How is that done? Let me show you. So we have chickens and ducks. So let's write them like this. Chickens. And then we have ducks. Focus on this step. And then we have ducks and pigs. Ducks and pigs. I'll show you the easiest way for jumping from a ratio to another because we have two different ratios. Now, chickens here, chickens are 7 and ducks are 2. So 7 to 2. Okay, focus on the ratio, ducks 2. And then here, ducks to pigs 5 to 9. Okay, 5 to 9. As I said, we have two different ratios. This is ratio number 1, which is chicken and ducks. And then this is ratio number 2, which is ducks and pigs. Two different ratios. You're going to jump from a ratio to another. Now, they gave you 36 pigs, so you put 36 on the pigs like this. 36. Okay. They want you to find the number of chickens on the farm. Now, you can jump using the X method. How is that done? You put an X like this. It's very easy. Put an X, do the X method, you'll find the number here. And then you put this number here, and then do the X method again with the same idea. Multiply like this. The number you took from here, multiply, and then it will give you the number of ducks. This idea is very easy to jump from a ratio to another. So let's do it step by step. First, we're going to multiply the 36 by 5. So 36 here multiplied by 5. And then divided by 9. It will give you 20. This means that this one is 20. Now, take this 20 and put it here, like this, as we said. Now, the 20 multiplied by 7, so 20 times 7, and then divided by 2. And the answer will be 70. So the final answer for chicken will be 70. And this is the easiest way to jump from a ratio to another. These types of questions come all the time in the achievements of Year 9 and in the IGs. So they're not complicated. They're easy because you just have two ratios. It means you're going to jump from a ratio to another like this. Now, let's move on to another question. Question 20. Expand and simplify. Here we're going to expand these and simplify them. Let's zoom in. Just put it here. So we have brackets. It means we're going to expand inside. Let's do it step by step. So we're going to expand. We're going to multiply the coefficients and then the variables. Coefficients and then the variables. This is the negative x multiply coefficients and then variables and write them next to each other. So 3x times 2x is going to be, very good, 6x power of 2. When you multiply the same variables, you add the powers. Good. Now 3x times 3 is going to be positive 9x, like this. And then negative x multiplied by 3x is going to be negative 3x. Focus on the signs. Yes, because x times x is going to be x squared, like this. Focus on the signs and the powers. They are very important. Now, negative x multiplied by 5 is going to be negative 5x. Okay, good. Now we have expanded everything. Now we're going to simplify. Simplifying means what? Means look at the like terms. The like terms, we have this and this. We're going to work them out together. And then we have another like term, which is the x's without powers, like this. We're going to work them out together. Okay. So 6x squared minus 3x squared is going to be 3x squared, or power 2. When we subtract and add, we don't change the powers. Now, uh, 9 minus 5x is going to be positive 4x, like this. And this is the final answer for this question. So 3x squared plus 4x. Yeah. This is the final answer for this question. Now let's move on to the next question. Let's go back. Okay. Make t the subject of the formula here. So to make t the subject, it means we're going to make t alone. So anything next to the t, we're going to take it to the other side. Let's take a look here. So first, this is negative d. I'm going to take the negative d to this side. So I'm going to have a t alone, or I'm going to make it like this, p plus d, because we took the negative d here, it's going to be plus d, equals at, like this. Now, the a is multiplied by the t, and I want the t alone. It means I'm going to take the a by dividing to the other side. And because it's multiplied here, it's going to be divided on the other side. So I'll end up with something like this. T equals, now I make t alone the subject. We have p plus d, p plus d over t. A, I'm sorry, over a. And this is the final answer for this question. Focus on the steps of changing the subject because they are very important. So first step we did, we took the negative d here, we made a positive d, and then we took the a because it's multiplied, we took it by dividing, and we end up with the right answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay. Now work out the value of n. This is the last one here for this one, yes, for this video. Work out the value of n here. That makes this correct, okay? Now, when we multiply the same base numbers or variables, we're going to add the powers. It means the powers will be 5 plus n. So let's write them here. We will have the w, and the power will be 5 plus n, like this. And then down here, we will have w power of 3. W power of 3. Okay? And the fraction line here equals w power of 10. Equals w, and the power will be 10. Now, same idea here. When we divide the same variables in the base or the same base numbers, we're going to subtract the powers. It means the W will have a power of 5 plus n minus 3, like this. As we said, 5 plus n minus 3. And it will equal to W power of 10. W power of 10. Now, this means what? If the base numbers are the same here, we have same base numbers, W and W. It means the powers here will be the same. It means 5 plus n minus 3 equals 10. So I'm going to take it here. I'm going to say 5 plus n minus 3 equals 10. Now I'm going to find the value of n. I'm going to take everything to the other side. First, I'm going to take the 5. Before taking the 5, let me write n. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And then equals 10 like this. So 5 minus 3 is 2. Now I'm going to take the 2 to the other side, and it's going to be minus 2. Very good. So n equals 10 minus 2, and then n equals 8. And this is the value of n. So if I put 8 here, this means what? This means when we multiply, we're going to add the powers. 5 plus 8 is what? Very good. 5 plus 8 is 13. And then we subtract 3. 13 minus 3 is going to be 10. And this is the right answer for this question. Focus on the steps and how to simplify numbers and variables. That's it for this question. I hope you understood the idea. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.